This is IED, Activity 5.5a, CAD Model Features Part 1, problem number 6. In this activity, or the problem, we will be extruding these cylindrical parts off of this plate. The plate is 6 inches wide by 4 inches high by 1/2 inch deep. The parts sticking out here are 0.25. So let's go ahead and get started by starting a new sketch in Inventor on the XY plane. I'm going to zoom out a couple times because I know this object will be a little bigger than my screen. First thing I'm going to do is start with a rectangle tool. At the origin, I'm going to come up and over. I'm going to go 6 inches wide by 4 inches in height to create my rectangle. I'll finish that sketch. Click on my extrude tool and put in 0.5 inches. And then when I click my home view, my object is in the correct location. The next part of that we're going to do is we're going to create this circular circle on our surface, the front surface. So in order to do that, we'll right click on that front surface and select new sketch. I'm going to click on the circle tool. I can put this circle anywhere I want. As I look at my plan, my instructions on the left there, it's 0.3 inches in diameter. I will press escape to get out of that circle command, and I'm going to move that diameter so I can see that a little better. Next, I want to locate it 1/2 inch over, 1/2 inch up to the center point of that circle. So I'll click on my center point of the circle. I'll go to the left edge and pull down with my dimensioning tool and put in 0.5. And I'll do the same thing from the center of the circle down to the bottom edge and come over, pull to the left and put in 0.5. And that will locate my starting point circle 5 inches over, 5 inches up, and it's 0.3 inches in diameter. I will finish my sketch at this point. I'm going to extrude that object, and I will tell you that we're going to extrude it 0.25 for our purposes. So I'll change that to 0.25. Oh, and it wants me to click on the object that I want to extrude, which is that circle. So now I have these cylindrical objects sticking out. And the last thing we need to do is to pattern this with using the rectangular pattern tool, which is up here in our pattern menu. And we wants to know what feature are we going to select. I'm selecting the feature is, why is it not picking my feature? There we go. That feature, I am going to pattern it in a direction going the top line, the front edge of the top surface here. Notice the arrow is pointing to the left, if you can see that green arrow there, and it's already placed one of my objects over here. I'm going to leave that like that for a moment just to show you. I'm going to click on the next one. It wants to know what line or do I want to use. I'm going to use this right edge of that front view. Again, that arrow is pointing up. If I put in the number that I need 6 of them going across. I need 4 of them going up and down. Pre-filled at 1 inch apart, that's fine. But as I look at my screen now, I see they're all going the wrong direction. They're going over here. I shouldn't say they're all going, they're going to the left. I need them to go to the right. So I can flip the direction here, and it brings it back across. So it's on the surface now. So the green arrow going up over here on the right edge is fine. If I flipped it, it would put it down to the bottom, but I don't want it there. I want these cylindrical parts to be sticking out here on the front surface. So I'll click OK to that, and there is my rectangular pattern. Please save this part as rectangular pattern with your initials.